Hey everybody, it's Julian. So my video yesterday was very emotional, obviously. I cried on camera, whatever. Um, and I'm feeling slightly better today. Um, Not by much. I am struggling with my depression. So I figured after all that emotion charged stuff, um, I should probably do a little bit of a video more about me personally, not just the weight loss and the getting, healthier bit, but a full sort of intro to me and why I'm at this point in my life right now. So I am 30 years old. I am a trans male, pre everything right now. I was born into a family that was abusive. My mother, my father was her second marriage. Both marriages were abusive. My dad was, my father was the type of person, I really don't want to call him my dad or my father or any of that. The man that took care of our family. He was abusive. He was verbally abusive. He was physically abusive. He was mentally abusive. Um, he was sexually abusive. I did not grow up in a very good family, and my mother, on top of that, was emotionally unavailable. Like, I couldn't really, like, I would hug her as a child and, like, get nothing in return. I would feel nothing from her. And that's probably because she was in these abusive relationships and she probably just shut down. So, I don't put any blame on her. Um, those cycles are hard to break. I know because, well, I'll get into that later. Um, so, living in that household, um, my, that man, he would constantly tell me I was fat. But we were all big people. The thing is, our family, we were all big people. We're all big people. He was big. My mom was big. My sister was big. We were big people. But he would sit there and talk about how I needed to get off my butt more and I needed to do this and I needed to do that. And you're going to be fat. You're going to be, you know, you're always going to be fat and you're always going to be this and you're not gonna be able to do anything in life and blah blah blah. This coming from a man who was diagnosed with diabetes and high blood pressure, okay? And who prided himself on his physique when he had pardon me, he had, his own stomach. He was not that fit, okay? We lived on a small farm. We did chores. We worked out in the garden and we were still big. The reason we were still big? I look back and I think, look at all the food we had. Most of it was fried because we lived in the South. Most of it was fried. What wasn't fried was mostly carbs. Yes, we lived on a small farm. We had our fruits and our vegetables, but first of all, as a kid, I didn't like vegetables. I hated vegetables like most kids, whatever. But the point is, even when I started liking vegetables later on in life as a teen and forward, there wasn't that much served. And if there was a vegetable served, it was a carby vegetable or it was a starch. It was potatoes. It was corn. Everything was just deep fried, and so he talked the talk, but he didn't walk the walk. And on top of that, we had all kinds of desserts all the time in the house and alcohol, you know, which I'll admit as a teen, I stole some, and cigarettes too. I took that from my parents too. My mom figured it out and she said, you know what, you're going to do what you're going to do. Have at it. Just don't let him catch you. Whatever. So, that probably wasn't the best thing for her to do, but I mean, like I said, she was emotionally unavailable and she figured I was going to just do what I was going to do anyway. I was going to get it somehow. I might as well get it from them, maybe. I guess that was her mentality at that point. Anyway, and I know I'm talking kind of fast. I apologize. I kind of get that way when I'm talking about emotionally charged stuff. I talk fast, so I'm going to try and slow it down. But I went through that bullshit. Let's call it what it is, guys. It was bullshit. And hi, hubby. You want to say hi?
Hi.
He just came back from the store in the freezing frickin' cold. Crazy. Too cold. You're not even cold. He's not even cold, guys. I don't see how he's not cold. Anyway, as I was saying, you're gonna hear some rustling in the background. He's grabbing some stuff. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, basically I went through all this bullshit from, from beginning to when I moved out. And even after I moved out, guys, my dad had such a grip on me that I moved out of the house and I said, I am never going to talk to that man again. And I didn't see my parents for like a month when I first moved out. And they come knocking on my door. My dad's like, hi. He was one of those, like I said, he was emotionally abusive. Come back into my life. Oh, things are going to change. You're an adult now. Like, yeah, no, they didn't change. He still treated me like crap. Anytime I went to visit, it was, are you doing this? Are you that? You're still big. You're still blah, blah, blah. When are you going to make something of yourself? When I tried to make something of myself, I went to college. And the entire time he's going, you picked a bad major. You're not going to get any good job with that. You're not going to make any money. And I'm sitting here showing him all the kinds of people. I was going to go into graphic design. And I'm sitting here going, this person makes this much a year. Yeah, I can make money from this, and it's something I love. Well, he wouldn't have it. Basically, in his mind, if you weren't working in a factory, if you weren't doing hard labor, you weren't going to get anywhere in life. Set in his ways, abusive piece of crap. The one thing that always got to me, though, is the fact that he would always tell me he'd wish he had a boy instead. Little did he know, here I am, I'm just not in the right body. He always wanted a boy. He always wanted a boy. Why did I end up with girls? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Just horrible things. And of course, I never told him, well, I am a boy because I lived in a very Orthodox Catholic household. And if I had said that, I might be dead. Honestly, I might be dead for all I know, the way he was. Anyway, so I dealt with that. And then I met a man and I got married to him right away after 3 months of knowing him. I got married, and that was the dumbest decision I could have made. But in my head, I was escaping from this situation, and I was supposedly going into a better one. I got duped. I got duped. He cheated on me. He would put himself on me when I didn't want to be, I didn't want to have days I didn't want to have sex. He would make me do it anyway. I went from one abusive relationship to another. I got out of that relationship and I went into a few other relationships along the line. They were nowhere near as bad as my caretaker and my ex-husband, but they were not healthy relationships at all. I got out of those pretty easy because there were no real strings attached with those relationships. So it was fairly easy to get out of those, no problem. And all this time, yes, I'm struggling with my weight. I have struggled with my weight since I was little. I was born 8 pounds 3 ounces, which isn't bad. But after that, I just kind of ballooned. I've been big all my life. So, and throughout this time, I'm going, I need to lose weight. I need to do this. I need to do that. But I couldn't get into that mindset because I was too busy dealing with abusive assholes and, people telling me that I was a horrible person or I was this or I was that and I'm never going to get anywhere. Well, yeah, well, that just made things worse. At the age of 24, I was diagnosed with PTSD, depression, and anxiety. Triple threat right there. Finally, at the age of 24, my doctor said I've probably been going through this my entire life. Anyway, at 24, I was actually officially diagnosed with those 3 things. So, I've been all this time trying to find out what works for me while going through life. I finally met Raynar, my husband, now, and going to stay my husband. Actually, today is our 5-year anniversary. We've been together 5 years. Yay! This is honestly the longest relationship I've had, guys. This is amazing, and it's the best relationship I've ever had. Do we fight? Yeah, we fight, but who doesn't? We have our arguments, but we talk them out eventually, and we, work through things. Actual couple stuff. Yay! So, I've been working through trying to figure out what works for me as far as dealing with depression, dealing with the anxiety, dealing with PTSD. Excuse me. It's been hard because I've been homeless so much. Just 2 years ago, we were homeless with our son. And when you're homeless and you don't have anything and you have to rely on other people to do things, especially when you're like me and you don't like to ask for help. I hate asking for help. I don't know what that's about. Probably has to do with my past and not being able to trust people. If I ask for help, whatever. Anyway, especially before we were able to afford food, we had to depend on one little cubby at the shelter that we were at that would have donated food. So obviously, I'm not going to be able to eat very healthy on that stuff. So we went through that. We finally got our own place. We have 2 kitties. But all that time, I struggled with my weight. I have tried to diet. I tried to do the diets where, oh, you don't have to make any changes. You don't even have to exercise. I've tried those. That crap. I've tried the diets. And they never worked, obviously. I'm still here. I'm still fat. Excuse me, I have to get a drink. So, basically, my entire life, I have been told I can't do it, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm not going to amount to anything. And it has made me, I'm going to get a drink while I think of how to word these things. It's basically made me think that it's not worth it. Every time I start, I'm like, yeah! And then my motivation goes, oh, no, because, so and so back in whenever said I couldn't do this, so I can't. Or, I tried this before and it didn't work, so what's the point of trying again? It's a pain in the ass to have that voice inside your head that tells you you can't do it. Having other people's voices in your head, because you remember the things that other people say, you hear it in their voice. I hear that man at the beginning of my life telling me that I'm worthless and I'm this and that. I hear it in his voice. And it just brings me down. And I'm sick of it, quite frankly. I do my best to push that shit out of my head. I do my best to just keep going. And it is hard as hell when you are struggling, not just with your weight, but with everything else that you have going on. Whether it's just normal stress, or you're like me and you have PTSD or anxiety or depression and fibro and this and that, and you have all these other factors. Weight loss is not easy. It's not. But it's worth it. Obviously, if it wasn't worth it, why would I keep trying? I know somewhere deep down in my head and in my heart that it's worth it. So that's why I keep trying. And obviously, right now, today, there. All right, so, I'm gonna say this real quick. Yesterday, while we were getting the kiddo ready for bed, we have a baby gate that goes to our room because he likes to come in our room and grab things that he can break, or, different things that he shouldn't be touching. Or he's coming in here to pester the kitties who are trying to sleep on the bed or wherever. So instead of just taking it down and moving it, because in the middle of the night he'll get up and sometimes he'll come into our room, so we have to keep the gate up. Right now it's not up because he's sleeping. He is in the living room asleep, and he sleeps really good for his naps. But anyway, so I moved to step over it, and what I did is I banged my left knee on the door frame, And then I fell backwards. I fell to the floor. I started to fall backwards, but I kind of moved my weight so that I would fall like forwards and onto my side. My knee is hurting like hell. My back, because I basically jarred it twice, hurts like hell. Now, if you remember from my very first video, I believe, I mentioned that I have a few things wrong with my back. I have arthritis in my back. I have degenerative disc disease. I also have a bit of scoliosis. So that jar from the knee that went up my knee and into my back, and then that fall, I'm in a lot of freaking pain. So, you know, I'm not going to be doing much of anything. Like, I can't hardly walk right now. So, obviously, what I need to do, instead of trying to push myself to do these workouts that I want to do, is I need to take it very slow. I think a few days of rest and then maybe attempt the 30-minute walk again would be my best option. We will see. It's probably going to take me a full week to fully recover, if not longer, because, like I said, I have these issues with my body, and they put a damper on things. Like my fibro doesn't help my body. It's excuse me. I'm just worn. My body's worn out. My body's like, screw this, and I'm telling my body, no, we have to do this, otherwise we're not going to get any better, body. We need to move. I know it hurts, but we need to. This is not one of those days. This is one of those, okay, body, we're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to sit with a heating pad. We're going to just log our meals. We're going to keep on our nutrition like we're supposed to, but we're not going to do any, exercise or anything like that. Like, I was planning on cleaning my apartment because it needs it really bad. And it's not happening because I hurt so much. So unless my husband decides to do it on his own, all by himself, it's not happening. And I don't expect him to do it all. It's such a mess that, we both need to work on it at the same time. We need to be a team. So I'm not expecting that. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Yeah, my life has been one big fat hell. And it has made my journey to being healthy a hell of a lot harder. A hell of a lot harder. But in the end, I'm not giving up. Wanna know why I'm not giving up? Last night, me and my husband got into bed. I was laying there, and I lay on my side mostly because it helps my back a little more. So what I do usually is I have my arm kind of like on my side. Now, when I'm laying, I usually have like the breast roll, a tummy roll, a tummy roll, a tummy roll, like 3 or 4 tummy rolls, okay? And I literally laid my hand down and I was feeling it. I was like, where's my other roll? I literally said, I don't have a roll. I said, honey, feel. Don't I normally have a roll right there? Like, I was like literally asking him, don't I have a roll right here? Because he'll put his arm around me. And he's feeling too, and he's like, yeah, where'd it go? I don't have, one of my rolls is gone, guys. I mean, that's a big thing. Another non-scale victory for me that shows me that things are working and that I am doing what I need to do and I'm actually changing. I don't know what my current weight is because I have not been to my doctor. I do not own a scale. I will not own a scale because seeing the number not change regardless of the non-victory scales that I see and I feel, seeing the numbers and seeing that they might not necessarily be changing, that makes me depressed. I'm like, oh, it still says 260, but I've been working so hard and this and that. It just puts me in a crappy mood, and I don't want to feel that way, so no scale in my house. The only scale that I have in my house is for food. I got myself a food scale. I asked my hubby, I said, I want a food scale. I asked him, I said, I want a food scale, so he got me a food scale. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, things are changing. My face looks fat. My face kind of looks fat. I don't know. I don't know if it's like my camera angle or just the way I'm holding my head, but I feel like that. But but even looking, whatever. This is, and I don't know if that's because I'm losing the weight and it's just kind of hanging out a little bit. It could be because I'm losing the weight. It's just getting, whatever. But my face is changing. Maybe not for the better, but whatever. Uh, as I mentioned before, the chest is changing. They're smaller than they used to be a little bit. I mentioned in another video that my arms were getting a little less fatty and just kind of more, more skin rather than fat. Tummy rolls are kind of starting to go away or kind of move themselves to other spots or whatever. I mean, whether they're moving to other spots or like disappearing, I prefer they disappear. But even if they're moving to other places, I mean, it's nice to feel that difference. And it makes me realize that it is worth it. And I'm sorry, I'm really thirsty today. This is my first thing of water because I have had it is 1:35 in the afternoon and this is my first thing of water. I'm not doing very good today. I went back to bed at like 7 and woke up at like 10 and didn't eat till just before this video. Oh no. I ate breakfast because I needed to take some Ibus because I was in such pain. And after I ate and took the Ibus, I went to bed. So I went back to bed. So I did have breakfast, and I just had lunch right before making this video. 28 minutes and some odd seconds ago. Anyway, my cat is like looking at me like, shut up, I'm trying to sleep. Too bad. That's what you get for keeping us up at night. Anyway, I'm being mean to my kitty. That's not nice. But it is worth it. And I'm slowly realizing that. Yes, I'm going to have emotional days. Yes, I'm going to have bad pain days. And I got to take care of myself during those times and then get back to it as soon as I'm able. Like I said, fully probably a week before I'm able to do much else but walk. Right now, 30-minute walk is not tangible. It's not worth it. Deep cleaning my apartment is not tangible today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Whatever. I've been saying ever a lot during this video. I don't know what that's about. But whatever. Whatever. So yeah. But seriously, it's worth it. If you're struggling with depression or you're struggling with a chronic illness of some sort and you're trying to be on it and you're trying to get through a health journey, it's worth it. Because deep down, we all know that in the end, when it's all over, our bodies will feel better. Our bodies will get better. I mean, not fully. I mean, obviously, I'm stuck with fibro for the rest of my life. I'm stuck with degenerative disc disease for the rest of my life. Depression doesn't just go away, neither does PTSD and anxiety. They don't just go away. Medication helps, and a healthy lifestyle helps to make things a lot easier. These things aren't going to go away, but they they will be less of a problem. They will be less of a hindrance. They will be they won't be that much of an issue when we're going through our life as we lose this weight, as we make healthier choices, as we get better in other ways. It all corresponds. That's the thing. It all comes together. So if you're just letting yourself lay there and be miserable, which I'm not doing. I'm taking care of myself. I'm laying with the heating. I don't have the heating pad with me right now. It's not plugged in. It's over there. It's across in my field of vision. It's worth it. And I'm sorry messing with my hair. My hair's a mess. I just I don't care about the appearance right now. I'm still in my PJs. I don't care. I'm doing for me. I don't feel like getting dressed, so I'm not going to get dressed. I'm just going to sit here, drink my water, and relax. Maybe do some more videos. Um, Play with my child as much as I can when he wakes up. Just do all kinds of different things for me to help myself be less. So, just remember, no matter how you feel about it, like yesterday, I felt like utter shit, and I cried on camera. I feel a little better today. I'm still struggling, but I feel better. I'm not as emotional about it today. Obviously, I just shared my story and didn't cry, and that's a big step because anytime I have ever talked to a therapist or a very close friend about any of this, I just lose. I, in the past, would just lose my mind. But obviously, that's in the past now because I didn't cry about that. And I know this is going out into the public, and you would think that that would make me more nervous and make me more upset and make me cry more, but it didn't. So that's a big step for me. That's a big step for me. Um, but my point is, no matter what is going on, excuse me, bad time for a cough. No matter what is going on, you know, in here and in here, that it is worth it. Your doctors know that it's worth it. Your support system, whether it be friends, family, total strangers on the internet, everybody knows that it is worth it. Even if you just lose 5 pounds, it's worth it. Because that 5 pounds gone, that's more room for growth for other things. It's worth it. Take care of yourself. Don't push too hard, or you might end up like me, like today. I can't do nothing. And when you have fibro, it makes it worse. When you're not doing anything, I've noticed that. My pain levels are worse when I don't work out, or when I don't at least like do something to move around. My pain levels are a lot worse. So obviously, it's better for me to move, but I can't because I hurt myself pretty bad. I jolted myself to a point where I really can't do anything. So I have to take that time and take care of myself. Take care of yourself, but don't stop. Don't completely stop. And what I mean by don't completely stop is when you're done taking care of yourself, whether it's a day, 2 days, a week, you hop back on and you keep going. You don't go, oh, well, I haven't done it in a week, so I'm just going to continue. No, you don't stop. You keep going. You take it slow, but you keep going. Because you're not going to just be able to jump back into your regular routine after a week of not moving. You got to take it slow. You've got to, like I plan on doing my stretches and my walk and maybe some yoga. After my walk, I'll see how I feel. Once I get back to my walk, I'll see how I feel. Go from there. If the walk is all I can do, then the walk is all I can do until I get myself to a point where I can get back to where I was and I can keep moving forward. Oh, sorry. I had to move my knee. Anyway. That's really all I had was, it's worth it. That was my big message. It is so worth it. Besides introducing myself a little further, talking about my struggles. Not a lot of details because I don't want to give out total details. I'm not going to go into, oh, so-and-so did this to me. And, I will refer to them as what they were in my life. My caretaker, because I don't like to call him my father, because of the things he did, and my ex-husband. I'm not going to give out names. That's just stupid. That's pointless. I'm not going to give them that power. I'm not going to give them that power. So, keep going. If you need to stop and you need to take care of yourself, do that. But you come back to it. You get back to it when you're ready. And you do what you need to do to take care of yourself. It has taken me 30 flipping years to realize that you need to take care of yourself. You need to do for you. And you need to stop giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm taking a break because I hurt myself. But I'm not giving up. In the past, yeah, I definitely would have given up. I would have said, fuck it, I'm done. Fuck it, I'm done. And just sit on the couch and eat Cheetos and popcorn and chocolate and drink a soda. And no. No, 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 no. I can't do that anymore. Because it's killing me. It's killing me. I can feel it here. It's killing me. My chest, I feel I feel the twinges, whether it's guilt or, my body going, hey, what the fuck are you doing? We're not supposed to be doing this. Like, it was last week, I decided, screw it, I'm having a cheat day, and I cheated the entire day, and I had a soda, and even though it was a caffeine-free Sprite-ish soda, my body said, what the? Are you stupid? I think my body literally asked me, are you fucking stupid? My body was like, what are you doing? I was sick as hell, guys. I felt sick. I felt like I wanted to die because my body just was like, no, screw you. We're getting rid of this. I was sick for 2 days afterwards. 2 days I was sick because I had put this junk in my body. And my body said, no. My body said, listen here. This is not staying in here. We're getting rid of it. And it came up. So, that's the big thing. You gotta listen to your body. When your body says take a break, you take a break. When your body says don't you eat that, you don't eat that. If you eat it and your body says no, and your body, makes you puke it back up because your body's like, no, this is crap. This is garbage. And we don't eat garbage. We don't put garbage in here. We don't, no, this is garbage. We put food in our bodies, not garbage. And it brings it back up. Better listen. When you're if you do that and you get sick and you go, well, why did I get sick? Think of the last thing you ate or the last thing you drank. If the last thing you drank is a soda, your body's telling you, you're done with soda. No more of that. Or if you have, I think a couple months ago I had a steak and it was like the first red meat I'd had in a long time. My body said, no. Like 10 minutes into the meal, my body was like, nope, nope, we're not holding on to this. No. So, I gotta not have red meats anymore. Just different things. You gotta listen to your body. And you gotta do what's right by your body. And by your brain. And by your mental. And even your spiritual. I'm not gonna get into the spiritual stuff. But, I mean, it's all connected. To be one thing, you have to be another. To be this thing, you have to be this. You have, it's a triangle. It's a triangle. I feel like the marriage officiator in Chuck and Larry. It's a circle. A circle. I'm such a dork. I'm sorry. This has been a totally rambly video, and I have video editing now. So I'm gonna edit a lot of this crap out just so you don't have to listen to so much of my rambles. Ugh. I might put them at the end as like little bloopers. I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it. I'm gonna play around and I'm gonna see what I can come up with. But yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. So that's my thing for the day, my whole ramble. It was supposed to be just one thing about kind of my past, but it turned out into more. Turned out into a little pep talk, but I mean, I guess I needed the pep talk. That's why I figure if I ramble like that and it turns into a pep talk, it's something that I need to be mindful of. So that's my ramble, mostly to myself. And of course, to you guys who might be struggling with the same stuff, you're getting my pep talk to myself for you as well, if you want it. You take it or you leave it. This channel is for me to be accountable and to share my journey. Oh my gosh, I am sorry. I am disgusting. burping away today. Excuse me. I would like for people to be inspired or motivated by my videos, but that's not what I'm looking for. Like, I didn't do this so I could get likes, so I could get followers, so I could get whatever. This video, this whole channel is for me to go, okay, Julian, get your ass in gear. Get your ass in gear. That's my thing. Okay, so I can look back and I can go, okay, I made that mistake. So this is what I'm going to do different. Or this is, hey, this worked. This, or if I'm even feeling down, like next week, if I feel like I'm feeling like shit and I don't want to do anything, you know what? I can come back to this video and I can listen to myself pep talk myself. And I can go, oh yeah, I need to do that. Okay, I'm going to get off my ass now. So yeah, like I said, this channel's mostly for me. If I can inspire others, great. If not, I mean, that's not my goal. My goal is for myself. My goal is get myself healthy, lose the pounds, get fit, eat better, get better mentally and physically. Sorry, it was distracting me because it was just kind of like waving in my peripheral vision. My peripheral vision is an issue for me. It distracts me a lot. So, I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all took something from this. And I hope every single one of you keeps going.